Hello beauties, welcome to my channel if this is your first time here, and if it's not, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you about what is in my daily makeup drawer. I'm pretty sure all of us have one, especially the ones that have a lot of makeup, and as you can see my background, there's quite a bit of stuff back there, and that's not even the start of it. But anyways, I review a lot of stuff when it comes to hair care, body care, facial care, and makeup, right? So reviewing all of this, still I don't get the use out of everything like I would want to. So I have a daily makeup drawer. This is basically what I've been using on a daily basis all the month of January. And as you can see back here, it's this little section, just this little section right here. Don't include these palettes over here because those are not even in the items that I am using on a daily basis. It's just this little square right here, and then there's a drawer down here that I'm going to show you. So here we go. This is what I am using currently, and let's start with the back. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. And I like it. I like it a lot. As you can see, it's even I cleaned it up and it's still a little dirty. So it has been used and abused. But I decided to go back to using it for cream contouring, which I don't do every day, but I do my best to do it at least Monday through Friday. We're going to go into this little cube right here, which has the foundations and the concealers. So we're going to start with foundations. This ColourPop foundation here is, if you see it, it's a little dark for my winter tone, and it is medium. I still use it. Actually, that is what I am wearing today. If you saw my introduction, even though I think it's too dark, it actually did quite well with my concealer. But this is from ColourPop, and I do like the way it feels, but it is a bit mattifying. It doesn't say that it is a matte foundation. It just says no filter foundation. I like the way it looks on my skin. I do want to keep trying it, but I'm going to put it aside this month because I used it in January and I do like it. This concealer, for the price, I think it's good. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it does not crease like some other concealers would at this price. You know, I like to scale my items from 0 to 10, 10 being the best, 0 being the least best. I can give these a 7. Another foundation that I've been using is this Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. And I say foundation, but it feels more like a BB cream. And it does have SPF 30. I love this thing. It doesn't have major coverage. It is light to medium coverage, but I love the way it feels on my skin. I got a perfect color, which is Natural 05. I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. So this has been another go-to for January, and I would give this one a 10. It feels great on my skin. The only thing about this is the fact that it's, you know, light to medium coverage, but you can build it up if you want. And the last foundation that I used this month was this number 7 Airbrush Away foundation. On a scale from 0 to 10, I would give this one about an 8. I like the way my skin looks with it on. The only thing I do not like about this is the applicator. And it's okay, but you know, it is a dropper. And the foundation to me is not as liquidy as it should be for a dropper. I did pick a great color, a great tone. This is Latte, and it worked very well for me, so I'm glad I chose that. This one here is the NYX Liquid Illuminator, and this one here, I do like it. The only reason this is up here is because it's almost done, so I wanted to go ahead and finish it. I will continue using this in February just because I want to finish it and put it in my empties. The next concealer I have is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I love this. This is also a 10 for me. A little bit goes a long way. But I am a little upset about this one because they discontinued it and they decided to replace it with the new creaseless, the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. But I don't feel it's the same. I like this formula better. And this is the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination from IT Cosmetics. And this is a mini. This is a sample, but a little bit of this goes a long way as well. And this illuminates your under eye, which I like. So these two right here are very good. I mean, I would give the next one maybe about a 7 or an 8, and the IT one gets a 9, so like that. And then my last concealer is the Real Deal Concealer Serious Coverage in Medium by Laura Geller. This concealer, the name says it all, serious coverage. A little bit of this goes a very long way. I like the way it feels underneath my eye. I will give it a 7 though, because there are times, depending on what setting powder, under eye setting powder I use, this does crease more than all the other concealers that I have here. And then this is something that I got last year, and I got it in a set. And this is the Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer. This in bronze by Laura Geller. I like this, and I like using it under foundations that I feel like that it could be like more on the lighter end for me. And this bronzes it up a little bit without me having to do a lot with the bronzer on top. So I really like the way this is, and it does illuminate a little bit, as you can see. And this is a huge amount. This is 4 ounces, so this is a huge container for an under makeup primer. And last but not least is this, also by Laura Geller. I haven't used this in a while, so I wanted to use it in January, but this is the Wonder Wand, and the Wonder Wand looks like this. And all it is a very shimmery powder that I usually use at the corner of my inner eye or on the brow bone. So this works well for both of those. A BB cream by e.l.f., which I like. I say BB cream, but it's a tinted moisturizer. I like it because of what it has. Aloe, cucumber, vitamins A, C, and E. And this is almost a full ounce, 20 SPF. So I use that this month. I also use this Direct Sales Mary Kay Time Wise Luminous Wear Liquid Foundation. I like this one. Then I also use this Maybelline Master Prime for an eye primer, or actually even as just an eyeshadow itself. Another thing I have here is Quench and Tint Hydrating Foundation by Laura Geller. This is a foundation that, again, is a light to medium coverage in my perspective, and I'm in the tone medium. But I do like the way it feels on my skin. It feels hydrating. So that's one reason why I wanted to try it again. This here is my favorite of all the items I chose for January. This Prime Time Bare Minerals foundation primer. This is a small one, but let me tell you, I need to purchase the full size of this one. This one came in a kit for me, but I love that primer. Another one I've been using is this Cover FX Blurring Primer. To me, this one is okay. I say a 7. When it comes to primers, I like for them to feel soft, but not heavy. And I don't know why, I don't feel like that is a blurring primer, even though it says it is, but I don't think it does. Then I have an eyeshadow primer here, Thank Me Later by Elizabeth Mott, and this is one that I got in an Ipsy bag. It's a sample, so very little of this goes a long way, so I wanted to start using it again. I give this one more like a 6 though, because it doesn't, as for a primer, it really doesn't cover a lot of your uneven shading on your lid, but it does help the eyeshadows blend well. Another lid primer. I have an e.l.f. one here, which I like a lot, and it does correct the different tones that you end up with on your lids or veins or things of that sort that you want to cover up. This one here I purchased in a haul, and I don't like this. It is very drying. It's hard to blend on your lid. I just don't like this one. I'm thinking of decluttering this. Not sure if I want to give it another try, but this is like a 2 or a 3 for me on my scale. Then I got these two NYX right here. I have talked about these a lot. I love these things. These do blend easily on my lid, whether I use a finger, whether I use a brush. I can use them as regular eyeshadows, but I love using them as primers. Finally, when it comes to primers, I have these two here by LA Colors. So this one, it neutralizes dark spots, and the other one corrects dullness. I like the way these look under your foundation, but I don't like the way they feel when I'm applying them. They feel like they are very, very dry, they don't feel silky, they don't feel smooth, but I do like the way they look under my foundation. Now, the second drawer of this little organizer here is a highlighter by Smashbox, one of my favorites. So I decided to use it again, and as you can see, it's quite dirty. Now this right here I got in a Boxycharm box. I had not used this one much, so I wanted to give it another try. I will tell you that this color right here, I like the middle one. This one here to me feels like it's a bronzer, not a blush, so I use it more as a bronzer than a blush. This right here, for this to be LA Colors and for this to have costed me $1, works quite well. I had already purchased this before and hit pan on it, so I went ahead and purchased another one because I liked it. For $1, you can't blame me. So I give that one an 8. I got this one and this one here for January, the Glow Now Illuminator, because I wanted to try these liquid highlighters to see how they apply on my skin, and they were okay. I mean, I will give these a 6. I mean, they're not out of this world great highlighters, but these were $1 each, so I think they work. And then this works well when you put it underneath your foundation or mix it in a little bit, maybe with a matte foundation to make it a little dewy. So that's how I use that. And then also I have this Power Glow highlighter by e.l.f. This I use more as a bronzer than I do a highlighter. Didn't use it as much as I wanted to, but I do like it. It's Bronze Essentials. I got this in a box. I don't remember what beauty box I got this in, but I will tell you, I like the shades, don't get me wrong, and I wanted to give this another try. But if you see this, look at how powdery it is. Even to the point that I did not hit pan there, it just broke off. But I do use this right here for bronzers, but it's just very hard to try to apply that without getting any of that shimmery stuff. So whenever they did this, they did not think it straight. Now I will tell you that strip here in the middle, I use it as a contour color on my nose. But Beauty Basics here, I would give this one maybe a 3, maximum of 4. So that one's definitely getting decluttered. My first drawer in this container here has everything that I chose to use in January. When it came to eyeshadow palettes, this Treasure Chest one, let me put it to you this way. I consider it boring because even though it has shimmers, the colors are still dull to me. They don't perform like I wish they would, even though the shimmers look really, really nice. So I like it, and I wanted to give it another try because I am not one that likes just very neutral everyday tones. I do like shimmers, and that's why I was like, well, this has enough shimmers for me to give it a go. But nope, I'm giving this one a 5. So I am going to declutter this, and I may even ask my daughter because I know she liked this when she saw it. So I'm going to ask her and see if she wants it. Another eyeshadow palette that I got out was the Smashbox Smoky. This one, another one that I used to use quite a bit and I had just forgotten about, so I went ahead and brought it out again. But these are some beautiful colors that you can use for a night look. So I do enjoy this palette a lot. And you already very well know that this is going to be a 9 or a 10 because I love the way they blend and so on. Same thing here. I love the colors here. Look at that orange, look at that burgundy. It's just beautiful. And then you could use this for an everyday look or a smoky night look. Here I have the e.l.f. Correcting Palette. You see all the 4 colors there. I do use this. I don't use it as often, so I went ahead and brought it out in January to give it a go. I do like this palette. Do I use all the correcting colors? No. Should I? Maybe. On some days I think I should. This gets a good number as well. That one could get a 7. I do like the way it feels under my eyes because that's usually where I have to correct the most. And these are LA Colors $1 little palettes. For them to be $1, they perform pretty nicely. They blend quite nice. I give these a 7. I mean, some of the mattes are a bit powdery, but again, you work with that. As long as the eyeshadow to me blends well on my eyes, I can work with the fallout. You know, you put some tape underneath, put a guard underneath, and apply your eyeshadow before the rest of your makeup, you're fine. This one here, for as shimmery as it looks, it does not perform that well. This is Maybelline Eye Studio. I got this like for $1.50. I thought the colors were beautiful. That green, that burgundy. I mean, just all the 4 colors in here. None of them are matte. They're all shimmery, but for them to be this shimmery, they don't perform well. So this is probably going bye-bye. I got this Avon. I thought this little duo was super cute. It is, let me show you. I love their eyeshadows. They're very silky. They're not powdery. Look at that shine. So this is a stay. This stays. When it comes to powders, this talc-free mineral wear matte finishing veil, I like the way this feels on my skin. I hate that brush, and I don't like the packaging, so that's the reason why I don't use this a lot. I'm actually thinking of just putting it in an empty container of another one of my Physicians Formula powders and just throwing it in there and getting rid of this, because this container is just ridiculous. But and I don't, like I said, I don't even like the brush, but I did use it. I do like the way it feels. I just don't like the packaging. This one here is Physicians Formula as well, and this is Argan Wear Ultra Nourishing Argan Oil Powder. I like the way this feels on my skin. I'm not sure why all, they did with like different tones, but when I put my brush all around here, it works very well for my skin. Julep. I give this one a 6, and I'll tell you why. Look at what this does. Whether I use a brush or a sponge, it does this, and I hate this, so I have to scrape it off. And it's not only with a sponge. Most of the time, if you get a wet sponge on powders like this or pressed powders like this happens. But no, it's even happening with brushes. So whether my brush is super clean or already been used, this is what happens. So I really don't like this one. So that may be going, if I can't clean it up and get rid of that, it just looks disgusting to me, so I won't use it. This Bare Minerals Bare Pro, this stuff is amazing. This is the little one, and the only reason I have the little one here is because out of this drawer is what I get to take into my makeup bag. So I went ahead and have that. Now this here, I had gotten in an Allure box. Essence Moonlighter Cushion Calming Moisture Technology. At first I thought this was like a foundation cushion, but then I learned it's a highlighter cushion. So this I am enjoying, and I will continue using it. I am going to put it aside for February and try some other products, but I will continue to use it. This one here is one of my favorite under eye setting powders, and I'm going to put it aside to try some other ones, but this is on my top list. This Becca under eye setting powder. This one here, the Cushion Foundation by Physicians Formula. I have not used this one. I brought it out to use in January and I didn't even open it. So this one's going to stay for February to see if I can try it. I also got this e.l.f. Baked Eyeshadow. This one I have used before and I wanted to use some of my singles. So I got that one. I got the Sahi Cosmetics, this glitter one here. And I have used this Beauty Basics. This one's a nice one too. All these glittery solos, I did use them at least a few times this month to give it a try. And then this one, Hip Studio Secrets by L'Oreal. I love this duo. The shimmer is a little more on the creamy side, which feels great. And then of course the matte, which is a purple, and I am into these purples and plums, like this City Color Cosmetics Shimmer Shadow. This one's okay for as dark as it looks and as pigmented as it looks. It's not that pigmented when you apply it on your eye. And then this is one of my favorite, Wet n Wild Brulee, Creme Brulee. This is single because all you have to do is put a brush on this and apply it as a setting powder for your eyelid. I love this thing. When it comes to lipsticks, I just got this one right here. Barely Bloomed. It's 700 by Maybelline. That was the only lipstick that I got out. And then I also got this Live Your Life in Color Steve Laurent Beauty. And this is a lip gloss. So I would apply this one over my lipstick or just by itself if I wanted to. And then when it came to eyeliners, this eyeliner here is a Beauty Benefits. It's a purple eyeliner, very nice one for it to be $1. And then this one right here is, I don't even know what that says anymore, but this eyeliner is okay. I mean, it does dry quickly, so you have to be careful with this one. Again, I just see flicks, but I don't remember the rest of the name. But anyways, there's a black one that I went ahead and used this time. And then for a brow defining concealing stick, I went ahead and used this Brow Precise by Maybelline Perfecting Highlighter. The It Brow Pencil, which is one of my favorite. This LA Colors Brow Pencil, for it to be $1. Again, it also performs decent. Here's another eyeshadow, cream shadow by Bare Minerals. This is the 5-in-1. I use this as base. Then I got this e.l.f. shadow pencil, which has a thin tip on this end and then a thicker tip on this end, because this is supposed to be the shadow. This is supposed to be the liner. And then I have the e.l.f. lip crayon here in berry red. This Master Kajal by Maybelline in dark brown. This is great. I mean, if you want to really emphasize your eyeliner on your bottom lash or on your top lash, this is great without having to use a liquid eyeliner. And then this Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel. I actually like this in dark brown. And this was $1. So go Ardell. And then I have this Clover coloring stick by e.l.f. As you can see, this let me show you. This gets used and abused because you can use it as a highlighter, you can use it on your eyes. I use it as a highlighter and on my eyes, so I like that. When it comes to lips, last but not least, I have these new Ofras that I got for the holidays and I wanted to go ahead and try them. The one I tried the least was this one right here, and these two I loved to mix. So maybe I will give this one a try for spring. I'm not sure. And then I have smoky eyeshadow liner here from L'Oreal, and as you can see, I do use it, and this is in the color purple. Oh, really nice. I am wearing this eyeliner smudged on my bottom waterline today. Then I have this Avon pink glimmer stick, which I like for my my waterline to brighten it up. And then these two lip pencils. One is by L'Oreal and the other one is by Kat Von D, Lolita, and the Berries. I love both of these lip liners, and they have been used and abused. You can tell these are my favorite. And that is it. This was a long video, but everything that I chose for the month of January was in that little drawer right here and in this little organizer here. There's my daily makeup drawer for you. If you have used any of the items that I have used here, let me know what you think about them. If I see that I give something less, 5 or less on my scale of 0 to 10, it gets decluttered or given away or whatever I can do with it, but I will not be using it anymore because it didn't work for me. So why keep it? Thank you for watching this video. I know it was super long, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you on my next one. Bye!